Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Kurrin. Also go by kale natural here on Instagram and YouTube. I just wanted to pop in real quick because I did not film a intro for this video, but I did want you guys to have the recipe to starting off Meatless Mondays. So the first recipe will be this kimchi and mushroom ramen that I made. I hope you guys really enjoy it and actually test out the recipe. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys would do that and just let me know how you guys like it. So yeah, so here goes the video. I'm gonna play it next. I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, bye. Hey guys, welcome back. So we're gonna get started on making dinner. I'm really excited for it. We're gonna make a kimchi noodle stir fry type of dish ordeal. So yeah, so this is tofu right now that I had draining, and as you can see there's the excess water that's right there. So I'm just gonna drain that and cut these up into little cubes. Okay, so I cut the tofu into little cubes, and I'm just gonna put the tofu in a container. And I'm actually going to coat it with some cornstarch. And the cornstarch is going to be like, it's going to give the tofu like a light crisp crunch, which is going to be really great because that's what we're looking for. So tofu is in the bowl. I have my cornstarch. So I'm just going to dust the cornstarch. The tofu. Here we go. So I'll coat it. Ooh, powder. I got some of it in my mouth. So I'm putting a lid. I put the lid on it and I'm just gonna shake it. So it's nice and coated. As you can see, it's nice and coated. It's great, that's what we want. And I have the stove. I have oil going on right here. So I'm actually going to move you guys a little bit closer. Okay, so the oil is like going right now. It's getting hot. We're just going to wait until that heat up. And this pot is I'm going to use to saute the vegetables and the kimchi and broth. So yeah, what I'm going to use these mushrooms that I have. The leftover mushrooms. I have this one pepper. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started cutting these up and sauteing it in the pan. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna get started cutting up these mushrooms and veggies. You can honestly use whatever veggies that you have on deck. This is what I have. This is like my first time making something like this, like a kimchi, like ramen. So yeah, I'm like really excited. I kind of know the basis for ramen. So yeah, I can't wait to see how everything like turns out. So yeah, I'm just gonna roughly chop all these mushrooms and pepper. It doesn't have to be perfect. Get my olive oil and I think our oil is ready to start frying the tofu, which is great. So I'm gonna get that started. Now I'm starting to fry the tofu. As you can see, I'm putting it kind of one piece at a time. Sometimes tofu had a tendency to stick together. I really want to space it out so they all like cook evenly and to get a nice crisp on them. Now I'm actually starting to work on a broth. I actually just put all the chopped mushrooms that are in there with some oil to help it saute it down. And the next I'm going to use that. I end up using that pepper as a garnish, but you can use whatever veggies that you have on deck. Any vegetables or whatever, pick your fancy. And now I'm gonna add my the kimchi I have. This is only kimchi I have left. I actually get mine at the Asian market. It's so good. I prefer getting it at the Asian market because it just tastes better, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that in there. Minted chili paste. I can't say that word. That's what I'm not even going to try to say it. And then some miso paste for the master broth. Now I'm inputting about like a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of miso paste and 2 tablespoons of the fermented chili paste. With the fermented chili paste, it is a little bit of hot heat to it, so just keep that in mind. You can add more if you like heat. You can add less if you like less heat. It's all up to you. Now we're gonna mix everything up, and so everything could be well incorporated. And we're just gonna let this simmer, because this is gonna be our base. This is gonna be the flavor of the broth. This is where the main flavor of the broth is gonna be. So it's really important that you let all the veggies and sauces simmer. Now I started flipping over the tofu. You can see when the tofu is ready to be flipped over. At the bottom of the tofu, you can see how it's getting a light brown, dark brown color. So that's when it's ready to flip. And then when it's easy to move. When it's a very easy move, that's when tofu is ready to flip. So yeah, I'm just flipping over all the tofu and then adding some of the new tofu that needs to be fried in there with it as well. Now we are mixing our base, and as you can see, it's getting very thick, just really great, and it was smelling so good, you guys, so good. But now we need to actually add some liquid into it, using some filtered water, and then I'm gonna use leftover vegetable broth that I have, and you can use any broth like mushroom or whatever broth you have, and then I'm actually gonna use some better than bouillon beef paste. Oh my god, this is amazing. If you're a meatless eater, you should get this because it brings so much flavor, so much savory, so much depth to a lot of dishes. So highly suggested. And so yeah, now I'm just gonna let this simmer for about a couple minutes or so. I'm just gonna cook off and make sure everything is nice in flavor and just well balanced. So yeah, it's about 15 minutes later, after letting the broth of the soup simmer a little bit. I was tasting it and I was just like, I needed something, so I actually just drizzled a little bit of soy sauce in it. Soy sauce really brings out the balance in a lot of ramen dishes, especially because kimchi can be so tangy. Soy sauce really like helps balance that all out. So yeah, so this kimchi mushroom broth is doing very well. Very well. It's very nice. Really nice. It's got a nice little heat to it too. Very good. So now what we're gonna do is actually put our noodles in there. These noodles from the Asian market. They're so good. They're just freshly made. And so yeah, I'm just gonna put these like in the broth. Okay, after you put in the rice cakes in there, I'm actually gonna add some pot stickers. I use some vegetable pot stickers. This brand I got from the Asian market. They are so delicious. Highly recommend them. And also you can use whatever ramen noodles that you have. You can use the instant ramen noodles that you get from the grocery store. Forget about the tofu. So now I'm gonna finish cooking the tofu and flipping the ones that are not brown on one side. Keep everything moving a little bit. And also to make a note, when you're cooking with tofu, you don't want to use a metal spatula because it tends to stick to the metal. So try to opt for like a wooden spoon or wooden utensil. I decided I wanted to add some more veggies to the ramen, so I actually had some kale. So I'm just throwing in some kale and let it cook in with the noodles and the pot stickers. Now I'm just smelling the dumpling, and it looks so good. Like I'm telling you guys, like that dumpling was so good because dumpling like literally absorbed all of the broth from the ramen. It priceless moments. Deliciousness. Now I'm taking the tofu out of the pan, and this will allow the tofu to dry fully and have the paper towel absorb all the excess oil. And as you can see, the tofu is very crispy and tender. This is my final check on the ramen, and y'all, everything was looking amazing. The noodles were cooked and it absorbed all of the broth. The dumplings looked so plump. Y'all, I could not contain myself. I really wanted to eat all of this. I wanted to really taste it so bad too, you guys. I was trying to hold myself off. But anyway, so now we're going to get started with plating. So yeah, I had started plating. As you can see, I put some of the noodles down, and it's looking so good. Look at those noodles. Look at those noodles. You can tell me that you want some of those noodles, okay? I put a little dumpling on the side of it, and I got my fried tofu going on. Oh no, I have my sliced mushrooms that are going on, so I'm putting my sliced mushrooms down, then some fried tofu. As you can see, that tofu is looking crispy. And then I'm gonna put my my red peppers that I have, my red bell peppers, to give it some more color, and then some green onions on top. And then I went back to get a little bit more of the actual broth from the ramen to put on top of that. Y'all, you couldn't tell me that you want some of this, want some of that, bitch, okay? Look at that, look at that. And now we're just gonna go into our tasting for it. Okay, guys, I have the kimchi and mushroom noodles. It's ramen. Look at it, you guys. Oh, it's so good. Like the crispy tofu, the fresh mushroom slices, the actual pot sticker that's in the bowl that's cooked with the noodles. Like, y'all, it's so good. Let's just get into it. Ooh, so hot. Y'all need to make this. Like, I'm gonna get that tofu and just dip it in some of the juice. I'm hungry, some greens. Oh. No, this is so good. And you have the dumpling too. It's cooked perfectly. Yeah. Y'all need to try this. It is so good. This is like life-changing good. And this is my go-to now, honestly. I'm gonna get that little bit of heat because of the fermented chili paste. This is so good. I want to thank everyone for, if you keep watching to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love doing stuff like this. Like, cooking is my passion. It's my love language, you know. So yeah. Thanks again for watching.